What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? See, yesterday introduction to JDBC drivers you have seen. Okay. See, what is JDBC? Java database connectivity. That is full form. What is definition? Specification for developing database applications with Java programming language. What is database application? Application communicates with database. What is database? Organized collection of data. How the data organized? In the form of tables. What table contains? Fields and records. See, all databases can understand one language. SQL. SQL full form? Structured query language. MySQL is a database or language? Database. SQL is a? MySQL also can understand SQL. All databases can understand SQL. Database application communicating with database by using SQL. Okay. Database application SQL prompt is there. Whenever your database install, database software if install, how many parts install? 2 parts. What are those? SQL prompt is application or database? Application. Oracle is a database. These two softwares, if you want to connect any software required, what is that? Driver software required. How many categories of drivers are there? 2 categories. ODBC drivers, JDBC drivers. Okay. Is it possible to connect Java application and database by using ODBC drivers? No. So that's the reason JDBC drivers came. How many types of JDBC driver? 4 types. How many ways are there to connect Java application and database? 2 ways. What is the first one? Using JDBC and ODBC driver. Second one? Only JDBC. If you want to use ODBC, which type JDBC driver required? Type 1 driver required. If you want to use only JDBC, which driver? Type 2 or type 4. Can we connect Java application and database with only type 1 driver? No. Can we connect with only ODBC driver? No. Okay. If you want to use ODBC, type 1 required. If you want to use type 1, ODBC required. Okay. Like type 2, type 4, we can connect without ODBC. Like first of all, type 1 came. That type 1 outdated in Java 8 only. So type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. These all drivers, architectures, everything I'll explain. All JDBC drivers are classes in Java language. So every driver is one class. Now, first type 1 driver details I'll give. Type 1 driver architecture, type 1 driver advantages, disadvantages, functionalities I'll explain. Just note on. Type 1 driver, type 1 JDBC driver. JDBC, ODBC, bridge driver. Type 1 JDBC driver, JDBC, ODBC, bridge driver. Type 1 JDBC driver, JDBC, ODBC, bridge driver. Type 1 driver, I'll explain. This here, number is important as compared to this name. As compared to this name, number only important. Why? I'll explain. Type 1 JDBC driver. All JDBC drivers are classes in Java. So, driver class name. Driver class name. sun.jdbc.odbc.jdbc ODBC driver. Note on. sun.jdbc.odbc.jdbc ODBC driver. It is type 1 driver class name. Sun is a package. JDBC is a sub package. ODBC is another sub package. JDBC, ODBC driver is class name. All drivers are classes. It is a class in this package. Type 1 JDBC driver, JDBC, ODBC bridge driver. Type 1 JDBC driver, it is a JDBC, ODBC bridge driver. Now, here, this is a package. These are sub packages. It is a class name. Not done. It's a package. These are sub packages. This is a class name. Font size. Okay. I'll increase. Class name. What happened? What happened? You are going to become IT professional. Okay. It is a package. These two are sub packages. It is a class name. It is a package. These two are sub packages. This is a class name. It's a package. These two are sub packages. This is a class name. See, there are 4 types of JDBC drivers. There are 4 types of JDBC drivers. Without JDBC driver, can we connect Java application and database? No. Compulsory JDBC driver required. Okay. In that, first one you are learning. Type 1 JDBC driver. This driver is called JDBC ODBC bridge driver. This 1, 2, 3, 4 number only important. In interview also, what they'll ask is type 1 driver advantages, type 1 driver disadvantages, type 1 driver functionality. Like that only they'll ask. They won't ask this name. Why? I'll explain. Because there are hundreds of drivers are there. Every driver they given different company, different names. All names you cannot remember. That is the reason 1, 2, 3, 4 number only important. Okay. Sun is a package name. JDBC, ODBC sub package. JDBC, ODBC driver class name. Already you studied in core Java, java.lang package, java.util package. Like that you studied, no? Like that, Sun is a package name. JDBC is a sub package name. ODBC is another sub package. This is a class. Each word first letter capital. J capital, O capital, D capital. Without space. That is class. These are package, sub package. Okay. Sun.jdbc.odbc.jdbc ODBC driver. Okay. It is a package. These are sub packages. This is a class name. Now, this driver, driver location. Driver location. Note on. Driver location. C drive. Program files. Java. JDK. Suppose JDK. See, this driver removed from 8 onwards. Present latest version 19. So JDK 1.7, this is there. JDK 1.7. Bin. Lib. Not bin, lib. See, driver location. Driver is present in this library. Here, this is a location of Java software. Location of Java software. JDK 1.7. I'll give you note. It is Java software. Lib nothing but library. This folder contains the driver. Driver location. So this is one driver class name, but it is 1.7. So it is old version. It was there. Now 1.8 onwards, driver is not there. That notes I'll give. So this is location of Java software. This is Java software. It is a library. In this library, this package, that class was there. Okay. Is it over? Just note on note. Type 1 driver removed from JDK 8 onwards, JDK 1.8 onwards. Type 1 driver removed from JDK 1.8 onwards. Type 1 driver removed from JDK 1.8 onwards. So this driver software is removed from 1.8 onwards. So present version 19. So in 1.8, nothing but 8. At the time only it is removed. Okay, it was not there. 1.8 onwards, not there. Now, about this driver, programming not possible because the driver is not there in the latest version. Now, if you want to write a program with this driver, you need to download 1.7 software. 1.7 software, it is not possible to download now. The link also removed. Already downloaded, it is there in your system, means you can do it. But now if you want to download, it is not possible. Okay. That's what type 1 driver program no need to learn. Only advantage, disadvantage, architecture you have to learn. Okay. So about this, no need to learn very depth because it is outdated. 1.8 only outdated. 2014 only outdated. Okay. Next, write it. Type 1 JDBC driver developed by Sun Microsystems. Type 1 JDBC driver developed by Sun Microsystems. So Sun Microsystem company only developed this driver. Type 1 JDBC driver developed by Sun Microsystems. Sun Microsystem company only developed this driver. See, next write it. Type 1 JDBC driver developed in C language. So for developing this driver, they used C language. Type 1 JDBC driver developed in C language. Type 1 JDBC driver developed in C language. See, this is only advantage, disadvantage you have to learn, and remaining no need to learn because this software is not available. Okay, and no one will ask program. And the only advantage, disadvantage, why type 2, type 4 came. That purpose you have to learn. Now, next write it. Type 1 driver architecture. Type 1 driver architecture. Type 1 driver architecture. Type 1 driver architecture. See, driver what purpose? To connect application and database. So suppose it is Java application. It is Java application. This application contains some code. Application code. Okay. Java application contains some code. That code is called application code. That code you are going to learn. Okay. This application code contains type 1 driver. Nothing but in that code only will write the driver. So type 1 JDBC driver. Type 1 JDBC driver. So type 1 driver is nothing but one Java class. Type 1 driver is nothing but all JDBC drivers are classes. So you take type 1 also, type 2 also, type 3 also, type 4 also. All are classes in Java. This is one class. This class we will load with application code. That means type 1 driver or type 2 driver, any driver in Java program only it will be there. In Java program only it will be there. This program communicates with ODBC. This program communicate with ODBC. So ODBC tool. ODBC tool contains ODBC driver. ODBC driver. ODBC tool contains ODBC driver. With helping of this driver, it is going to communicate with database. Okay, with helping of this driver, it is going to connect with database. So this is architecture of type 1 driver. Now what is happening here? Functionality I'll give. Functionality also I'll explain. So it's a database. Here we'll write one Java application. For writing Java application, we use some code. That code is called application code. With application code only, this driver class we can load in this program. This driver class we have to load. Then application code contains driver. This driver communicates with ODBC tool. It is one software. Yesterday one I have shown dialog box. That is ODBC tool. In that ODBC driver will be there. That is one more software. That software communicates with database. So here what is happening? Java application instruction ODBC cannot understand. This type 1 driver converts into ODBC understandable format. This ODBC tool, whatever instruction received here converted, that is passed to database with helping of ODBC driver. Then communication done. So, but whatever Java application passing instruction to retrieve the data from database, that data, that request passed with two drivers. One is JDBC driver, one is ODBC driver. So that is the reason only it is time consuming. So two drivers required in between. So Java application to database, there are two drivers. One is type 1 JDBC driver, one more ODBC driver. Okay. Write this one. Type 1 driver architecture. So type 1 JDBC driver is nothing but one Java class. That Java class will load through application code in a Java program. That is Java application. This application communicates with ODBC with helping of type 1 driver. This ODBC tool contains ODBC driver. With that, it will communicate with database. Like this, communication is going on in type 1 driver architecture. Yesterday, you have seen diagram. With the diagram, you can give answer. ODBC drivers. Is it ODBC driver, one driver or many drivers? Many drivers. Every database separate driver is there, ODBC driver. So in a ODBC tool, we have to select. If you want to connect to Oracle, ODBC driver for Oracle. If you want to connect to MySQL, ODBC driver for MySQL. Like that, you have to select. So according to your requirement, you can select the driver. But ODBC drivers are every database separate driver is there. Separate driver. But type 1 JDBC driver, one driver. That is also, I'll give the diagram also. Because you attend any interview, if they ask questions from JDBC, definitely they'll ask questions from drivers only in JDBC. That's what drivers are most important. Is it over? See, yesterday you have seen one diagram. Yesterday you have seen this diagram. Okay. In this diagram, this is ODBC driver you have seen. Only ODBC driver you have seen. Okay. Here. In this diagram only, I'll do a little bit modification. Here I given non-Java. Yesterday this one I given. When Java came, they developed application with Java. But at the time, this Java application instruction ODBC cannot understand. So this connection failed. This connection failed. That is the reason only type 1 driver came. Type 1 JDBC driver came. So with this reason only type 1 driver came. Type 1 JDBC driver. Now type 1 JDBC driver, with this diagram, you can give answer. Type 1 JDBC driver, one driver or many drivers? One driver. But ODBC drivers, many drivers. This diagram also note. Because with the diagram only you'll understand. After 1 week, if you open again, you'll get a confusion. Write this diagram also. It is also type 1 driver architecture. So don't do modification in yesterday program, yesterday notes. You write now separate. Okay. You write separate. You should have a patience to learn subject. So there is only one type 1 JDBC driver, but ODBC drivers many. Every database separate driver. Every database separate driver. So this connection failed. That is the reason type 1 driver came. See, Java application, whatever instruction it is passing to get the data from database, that instruction converted into ODBC understandable format by type 1 JDBC driver. And after this, ODBC driver, it will pass the information to Oracle database. So, or database understandable format, it converts like this connected. If you want to change the database, what you have to change? Type 1 JDBC driver you have to change, or ODBC driver you have to change? ODBC driver you have to change. But type 1 JDBC driver is same. Okay. If you want to change the database, you need to change ODBC driver. No need to change JDBC driver. So only one JDBC driver that supports all ODBC enabled databases. So if you want to change the database, you need to change only ODBC driver. No need to change JDBC driver, because there is only one JDBC driver for type 1. Okay. Is it over? Now note down. Type 1 driver functionality. Type 1 driver functionality. Type 1 driver functionality. Online students, end of the session will clarify your doubts. Okay, your doubts, write it in your notebook. End of the session will clarify your doubts. Type 1 driver functionality. It converts Java instructions into ODBC understandable format. It converts Java instructions into ODBC understandable format. Otherwise, you can call it converts Java calls into ODBC calls. Like that also you can call. It converts Java instructions into ODBC understandable format, or it converts Java calls into ODBC calls. It converts Java instructions into ODBC understandable format, or it converts Java calls into ODBC calls. So type 1 driver, just it converts into ODBC understandable format. That's it. Type 1 driver advantages. Type 1 driver advantages. Only one advantage is there. Only one driver that supports all ODBC enabled databases. Only one driver that supports all ODBC enabled databases. Only one driver that supports all ODBC enabled databases. So if you want to change the database, no need to change type 1 driver. You need to change ODBC driver. So type 1 driver benefit is this one. Only one advantage. That's it. Type 1 driver disadvantages. Type 1 driver disadvantages. Performance overhead, since Java calls should go through via JDBC and ODBC drivers. Performance overhead, since Java calls should go through via JDBC and ODBC drivers. So performance point of view, it is poor. Performance point of view, it is poor because Java call should go through via JDBC and ODBC drivers. With the two drivers should go through. Okay. So Java instruction, whatever you are passing through JDBC driver and ODBC driver, it is passed to database. That's what communication slow. That's what, with this reason only type 1 driver outdated. Only with this reason only type 1 driver outdated. This is one main disadvantage. Second one, database client software needs to be installed on every system. Database client software needs to be installed on every system. What is this? I'll explain. Suppose 5 computers are there. Already you studied whenever you install database software, how many parts installed? 2 parts. What is the first part? Second part, database. Database application is a front end or back end? Database is a back end. Database application, can I call it as client? Database, can I call it as server? Yes. So database application, nothing but client. Nothing but client. And not only that one, ODBC tool also like a client. ODBC tool also like a client. Say 5 computers connected. Suppose you will write Java program in this computer. Your database installed in this computer. So you written Java program in this computer. You installed this, but you need to install in this computer client software. In this computer client software, you have to install. Nothing but SQL prompt as well as ODBC tool. These all softwares should be installed here. Here, you have to install ODBC software. While selecting ODBC driver, this computer database you have to select. Then your Java program connected to this computer database. So Java program in this computer, database in this computer, this communication possible. But problem is, in this computer, you need to install some software. That is client software. Suppose this computer data, this computer program, if you want to connect to this computer database, here also you have to install. Here if you want to connect, here also you have to install. From here if you want to connect, here also you have to install. So 200 computers are there in LAN, local area network. In every system you have to install. That is burden to administrator, no? That is one disadvantage. Database client software needs to be installed on every system. If 200 computers are there, 200 computers you have to install. Database you can install in one computer, remaining client softwares in every computer you have to install. Then only communication possible with other computer database. Otherwise, not possible. Okay, that is also one disadvantage. And main disadvantage this one. Communication slow, because your Java instruction or Java call should go through via JDBC and ODBC drivers. Two drivers in between is there. Between Java and database, two drivers were there. That is the main drawback. With this reason only, type 1 driver outdated. In 2014, when Java 8 came, up to Java 7, it was there. Java 8 onwards, that is removed. So present, no need to learn that program. Only theory part you have to learn. Okay. Type 2, I'll give program also. So it is main drawback. This is, and this is also one disadvantage. And one more disadvantage, this driver developed in which language? C language. But I said here, this is driver class, but it is Java class, no? It is Java class. But how it is developed in C language? It is possible. In Java, one concept is there. Java native interface, JNI. Declaration in Java, definition in C language. That is possible. So like that they developed. Declaration in Java, definition in C language. See, for example, you studied abstract class, abstract method. These all you studied, no? Abstract method. What is the purpose of abstract method? Abstract method. First, abstract method means method without method body. So a method that has no body, is called as abstract method. Say void show semicolon. Is it abstract method or concrete method? Abstract method. It is called abstract method. Is it valid abstract method or invalid abstract method? What is it? Invalid. Why it is invalid? Abstract keyword required in Java. Is it valid? Yes. Say it is a method. Show is a method that has no body. Show is a method which has no body, because I written semicolon. This is called method declaration or abstract method. Method declaration also you can call, abstract method also you can call. It is abstract method. But abstract method must be declared with abstract keyword in Java. Otherwise, compile time error occurs. Suppose if I write one class A, is it valid class? Is it valid class? No. Why it is not valid? If the class contains an abstract method, then the class must be declared with abstract keyword. Otherwise, compile time error occurs. Okay. Now, this show method is abstract method. This show method is abstract method. A method that has no body is called as abstract method. Abstract method must be declared with abstract keyword in Java. If the class contains an abstract method, then the class must be declared with abstract keyword. Can we create object to this class? No. Can we inherit this class? Yes. Class B extends A. Then this method we have to override. So void show. Like this will write. See, like this will write. Now, here, show method declared in A class. Show method declared in A class and defined in B class. So, declaration in A class, definition in B class. Past it was declared. Present you are defining. That purpose we use abstract. Present you are declaring. In future you are going to define. That purpose we use abstract. Either past should be declared, present should be defined, or present declare, in future you can define. That purpose will go for abstract. Okay. So here now show method belongs to which class? These all you studied, no? Show method belongs to A class or B class or both the classes. Now my question is, show method belongs to A class or belongs to B class or both the classes? Which class? A class. Sure? It belongs to A class only, not both the classes. Belongs to A class. Belongs to word different, defined word different. Okay? This method belongs to A class, declared in A class, defined in B class. Defined in B class. Overriding methods also belongs to A class only, super class only. You studied in core Java. Okay? Declared in A class, defined in B class. Declared in A class, defined in B class. But declaration also Java, definition also Java. But one native keyword concept is there. One native keyword concept is there. Here, native, if you write, it is native method. Declaration in Java, definition in C language. That is a concept. Like that they developed. So, declared in Java, defined in C language. That is native methods. Native concept is there. With that, they did. So, type 1 diver developed in which language? C language. Declared in Java, defined in C language. That type. But abstract method means declared in Java, defined in Java only. But native methods nothing but declared in Java, defined in C language. C or C++. Native language. Okay? Like that they did. But this is not platform independent. It is platform dependent. That is also one disadvantage. No? Platform dependent. So type 1 driver disadvantages. It is platform dependent. This is also a disadvantage. See, here advantages are more or disadvantages are more. That is the reason outdated. Okay, this is the reason only outdated. Advantage, only one advantage. Only one driver that supports all ODBC enabled databases. Suppose if you want to change the database, type 1 driver, no need to change. Same J driver we can use for other driver database. That is the benefit. But 3 disadvantages. Main disadvantage, this first one only. Because Java made for internet applications. In internet application, database can be anywhere in the world. Your application can be anywhere in the world. Then communication possible. Say, maybe database in US, application in Hyderabad. While communicating with a type 1 driver, it will become slow. In internet, 1 second also people are not waiting. You know very well. Okay. That is the reason. If they use type 1 driver, it will take more time. So time consuming. Performance point of view, poor. Performance point of view, lowest performance, this driver. This is the reason only it is outdated. So with this main reason, this one only. With this reason only it is outdated. In interview, if they ask only this reason, if you give also okay. With this, only this reason also okay. They'll accept. No need to give these 3 and 3 also. But this is the most important reason. Why type 1 driver outdated is with this reason only. Performance point of view, pure. Performance overhead, since Java calls should go through via JDBC and ODBC drivers. Okay. This is about type 1 driver. Type 1 driver program, no need to learn. Because type 1 driver program, if you want to learn, 1.7 software required. 1.7 software, now we cannot download. The link also removed. And already downloaded means we can use. Okay. And that too, that is no one will ask. This is about type 1. Clear? Say, Java application. I'll ask some questions, give me answer. Java application and database, if you want to connect. Java application and database. If you want to connect, how many ways are there? Two ways. What is the first one? By using JDBC and ODBC drivers. Second one, by using only JDBC drivers. Now, if you want to use first one, by using JDBC and ODBC drivers, which type JDBC driver required? Type 1 required. If you want to use only JDBC driver, which type JDBC driver required? Type 2 or type 4? Type 3 I didn't explain. Okay. If I add type 3 now only, you will get a confusion. That later. Type 2 or type 4 required. Okay. Now, can we connect Java application and database with only type 1 JDBC driver without ODBC? No. Without ODBC, type 1 driver not possible. If you want to use ODBC, which type JDBC driver required? Type 1. If you want to use ODBC, type 2, type 4, these all will not work. If you want to use ODBC, compulsory we have to use type 1 only. Type 1 driver, is it one driver or many drivers? One driver. ODBC drivers, one driver or many drivers? Many drivers. Okay. Now, next one, type 2 driver. Type 2 driver. From here onwards, program also will give. Type 2 JDBC driver. JDBC native API driver. Type 2 JDBC driver. JDBC native API driver. Type 2 JDBC driver. Type 2 JDBC driver, we can call it as JDBC native API driver. Next node on. It is also called as partly Java, partly native driver or partial Java driver. It is also called as partly Java, partly native driver or partial Java driver. It is also called as partly Java, partly native driver or partial Java driver. It is also called as partly Java, partly native driver or partial Java driver. See, type 2 JDBC driver name, JDBC native API driver also we can call, partly Java, partly native driver also we can call, partial Java driver also we can call. See, actually, these drivers are developed by first party vendor, second party vendor, third party vendor. Given first party application vendor, second party database vendor, third party other than these two companies, third party. But like that, so many companies they develop drivers. So many companies they develop drivers. Different companies, different names they given. Then how can you remember all? That is the reason type 2, number important. This number given by Sun Microsystem. These names given by other companies. So some companies they given native API driver. Some companies they given partly Java, partly native driver. Some companies they given partial Java driver. So different companies, different names they given. But instead of remembering all names, go for number. Number important. In interview also, they are not asking what are the disadvantages of partial Java driver. They are asking what are the disadvantages of type 2 driver. Like that only they are asking. So number only important. So no need of these names. Only popular names I given. There are many names. There are many names. Okay. Popular names only I given. JDBC native API driver, partly Java, partly native driver, partial Java driver. Why they given like this is, You studied just now type 1 JDBC driver developed in which language? C language. But these driver developed in Java also, C also, C++ also, all mixed. Okay. So here partly Java. So some Java part also added. Partly native. Native nothing but C, C++. See, already know Java derived from which language? C and C++. From C language, syntax came. From C++, oops came. Like that, Java came. From C language, syntax derived. From C++, oops derived. Like that, Java language introduced in the market. So, Java native place, C, C++. That's what native language, nothing but C, C++. Okay. Java native, nothing but C, C++. That is the reason native. Native language, nothing but C, C++. So, here, they used a native language code also maximum. That is the reason some companies they given native API driver. Some companies they given Java, partly native. Because Java, C, C++ all mixed. Like that, they given. Some more companies they given partial Java driver. Because some part Java also added. That's what they given. Different companies, different names they given. Okay. Next, write it. Type 2 drivers developed in Java language and native language. Type 2 drivers developed in Java language and native language. Native language, nothing but C and C++. Type 2 drivers developed in Java language and native language. Type 2 drivers developed in Java language and native language. But it is not complete Java. Native language only maximum code. Little bit Java. Okay. Java percentage also will be there. But as compared to C, C++, Java percentage less. Maximum Java they used. Maximum native language they used. C, C++. See, type 1, type 2 driver, type 2 driver architecture we'll see. Note on. Type 2 driver architecture. Type 2 driver architecture. Java application. Java application. Application code. Type 2 JDBC driver. This driver uses native library. With that, it will communicate with database. Write this diagram. Type 2 driver architecture. Java application, application code, type 2 JDBC driver, native library, database. Type 2 driver program also you are going to see. Type 2 driver program also. Type 1 driver not available. That's what that program not required. Type 2 driver available. So we can write program. The program also I'll explain. See, here Java application contains type 2 driver. It converts Java calls into native calls. So database understandable format directly converts. Here Java instruction database understandable format converts. That is type 2 driver. But type 2 drivers, many drivers are there. Every database separate. I'll give. Is it over? So here Java application contains some code. That code you are going to see in this program. I'll show you. That code contains type 2 driver. Type 2 driver nothing but one Java class. It is Java class. All JDBC drivers are classes in Java. So it is one class. This class will load in Java application with this code. That driver uses native library. That native library with that communicates. Native library nothing but which language library? C, C++. C and C++ library. Because for developing this one, they used C, C++. That library should be loaded. Then only communication possible. Okay. If this library is not there, communication not possible. So this is type 2 driver architecture. Another diagram I'll give. Java application. Here, separate drivers. JDBC driver for Oracle. JDBC driver for MySQL. Like this, every database. JDBC driver for dash. Write this one also. So there are many JDBC drivers. Every database separate. Oracle database. MySQL database. Dash database. So JDBC driver for Oracle, JDBC driver for MySQL, JDBC driver for dash. For every database, separate driver. Java application, Oracle database, MySQL database, any database, but separate driver. Every database, separate driver. Type 1 JDBC drivers, how many are there? Type 1 JDBC driver, only one. Type 2 JDBC drivers, many. Only ODBC drivers, many. ODBC drivers, many drivers. Type 2 JDBC drivers, many drivers. But type 1 JDBC driver, just one. Okay. Suppose this JDBC driver, it is nothing but one Java class. This is will write in a Java application. If you want to change the database, you need to change this driver. That means Java program you have to modify. Okay. But in a JDBC type 1 driver architecture you have seen that Java program no need to change. ODBC tool you have to change. Okay. That's the difference. If you want to change the database, suppose this Java program already you connected to Oracle. In Oracle place, you want to go for MySQL. Then this Java program you have to open, this driver you have to change. ODBC or JDBC for Oracle place, JDBC for MySQL required. So if you want to change the database, you need to change the Java program in this case. But there, no need to change. Java program same. Where you have to change? What you have to change? In ODBC tool, ODBC driver you have to change. That's the difference. Okay. Next, write it. Type 2 JDBC driver functionality. It converts Java calls into native calls. It converts Java calls into native calls. It converts Java calls into native calls. Now, before advantage, disadvantage, we'll see type 2 driver program. Okay, type 2 driver program. For programming, core Java knowledge compulsory. Okay, without core Java knowledge, it is not possible. Okay. Now, type 1 driver you have seen. This is a driver class name. This is a driver class name. Type 1 JDBC drivers, one driver or many drivers? That's what only that class. That is not specific to database. It is common to all databases. Now, any database, type 1 JDBC driver, that one only. But type 2 driver class name, every database separate. That's what I'll give a heading like this. Type 2 JDBC driver class name for Oracle database. Okay. Type 2 JDBC driver class name for Oracle database. Now, in a JDBC, first program you are going to learn. Listen with more concentration. It is programming. Theory part very easy to understand. Okay. Programming, you need to put efforts. Now, first driver details I'll give. This driver, how to use in Java program, I'll show you now. This driver details I'll give. This driver, how to use in Java program, I'll show you. Type 2 JDBC driver class name for Oracle database. See, but there I given type 1 JDBC driver class name I given. Only driver class name I said. Because that is only one driver for all databases. That is only one driver for all databases. That is the reason I given like that, driver class name. But here, driver class name for Oracle database. Again, driver class name for MySQL database. Driver class name for DB2 database. Driver class name for Derby database. Like that, every database separate driver class is there. Type 2 driver. Okay. That's what I given heading like this. Type 2 JDBC driver class name for Oracle database. Note down Oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. Oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. Oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. Oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. Here, Oracle is a package. JDBC is a sub package. Driver is a sub package. Oracle driver is a class. Like that. Okay. It is a package. These are sub packages. This is a class name. Package, sub package, class name. So Oracle, say package name not only Java dot. Always in core Java, only Java dot you have seen. Okay. Here Java dot is there, Java X dot is there, Sun is there, Oracle is there, SunW is there, ORG is there, OMG is there, Launcher is there. So many are there. Okay. So many packages, main packages are there. Here package name starts with Oracle, you observe. Oracle dot. But it is which package? Java programming only. Okay. Package name they given Oracle. And it is JDBC. It is driver. See here driver is nothing but sub package name. And this JDBC nothing but sub package name. So Oracle is a package. JDBC is a sub package. Driver is another sub package. In that Oracle driver is a class. O capital, D capital. Okay. You already installed Oracle software means whatever you install, that software only continue. You didn't install means better to go for this version. Oracle 11G Express Edition. This software you install. Those who didn't install, install this one in your system, your laptop or desktop. Already installed means whatever you install, that is only continue. Not a problem. Okay. But why I am suggesting this one is it will occupy less memory and performance point of view is better. Okay. But already downloaded, already installed means no need to uninstall. You continue that one only. Okay. Oracle versions also, so many versions are there. Oracle also 21 is there. You know. Oracle 21, Oracle 19, Oracle 18, Oracle 17, 16. These all many are there. There again Express editions are there. Enterprise editions also are there. You better to go for Express editions. Because Enterprise edition, it will occupy more space and your laptops or desktop system performance also will decrease. If you install Enterprise edition, right or wrong, you check it out. Those are already installed. So Enterprise edition, after installation of Enterprise edition, your laptop becomes slow. It will be happen. Okay. That's the reason better to go for Express edition. You are learning Oracle separate, Oracle related courses means Enterprise edition required. You are learning Java. For Java, Oracle required. Any version, it is okay. Oracle 8 also okay, 9 also okay, 10 also okay, 11 also okay. No need 21 also. Okay. But already downloaded, already installed means continue that one only. Installation, uninstallation also very difficult. Enterprise edition. Express edition very simple. Within 5 minutes it will complete. But Enterprise edition, it will take half an hour also. It will be happen. Okay. Oracle 11G Express edition. Better to go for this one. Now, this driver location. Note down. Driver location. OGDBC6_G.jar file in Oracle 11G Express edition. Now, this is I am giving. In my system, Oracle 11G Express Edition is there. This I am giving. If it is other version, other location will be there. That is, I'll give that notes also. I'll give. OGDBC 6_G dot jar file in Oracle 11G Express Edition. OGDBC 6_G dot jar file in Oracle 11G Express Edition. Jar, Java archive. Jar file location. Jar file location. Jar file location. See, this file name different in different versions. This may be OGDBC 8_G will be there. This may be OGDBC 6_G, 8_G, classes 111, classes 12, like that different jar file names are there in different versions. Okay. Now, in my system, where is this jar file? I'll show you. This PC, C drive, Oracle XE, app, Oracle, product, 11.2.0, server, JDBC, lib. Here, say OGDBC 6_G. It is executable jar file. So this is the location of this jar file. For this path setting required, class path setting. Write this one. Writing core Java programs different, writing advanced Java programs different, complete different. Core Java logical part is more, advanced Java programming part more, application part more. Jar file location. So in this location, this jar file is there. Suppose you already installed Oracle 21. There also last 3 names same will be there. This location only different. You have to search. Server, JDBC, lib. Last 3 folder names will be same. Okay. And year location may be different. You can search yourself. If any problem is there, I'll help you. No need to worry about that. Okay. Now, it is OGDBC 6_G dot jar file. In this location, it will be there. Next. Driver vendor. This driver developed by Oracle Corporation. Driver vendor, Oracle Corporation. So this driver developed by Oracle Corporation company. Now, what I like, one Java program and Oracle database. One Java program and Oracle database in between type 2 driver. So here one Java program will write nothing but Java application. And we selected database is Oracle database. Now here type 2 JDBC driver. This connection program you'll see first. Like this you are going to see. So one Java program, Oracle database, we are going to connect with type 2 JDBC driver. This program I'll explain tomorrow class. For tomorrow class, core Java object-oriented programming topic knowledge is mandatory. You prepare and come. Without object-oriented programming knowledge, one line also you cannot understand. You prepare and come. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see continuation. Online student, just wait 2 minutes. Online students, one by one will clarify your doubts. Online students, one by one will clarify your doubts. Yeah, Oracle 19 also okay, 21 also okay. Any already installed means you continue that one only. If not installed means better to go for 11G. Yeah, Enterprise Edition also works, but performance will decrease. That's what I said. MySQL means MySQL drivers are different. MySQL drivers are different. Yeah, Sayed Samir, you installed 19. Yeah, continue with that only. Ravi, jar file nothing but all Java driver software related files, they group it together as a one jar file. It is equivalent to zip software. It is equivalent to zip file. Mayur, Google Classroom link not created. I'll give after 1-2 days, maybe up to Monday you have to wait. Ahmad, Oracle 19C jar file name also I'll give. OGDBC 8_G.jar file will be there. Pranita Pridarshi. Yeah, admin details I'll give. 1 minute wait. Admin details I'll give. 1 minute wait, online students. And this is admin number. Admin is Shubham sir, and contact number, WhatsApp number I given. Now, one minute, I'll clarify your doubts one by one because many messages came. Next, Satish Verma. What is drive or driver? Drive means hard disk parts is drive. Driver means it is on software used to connect application and database. This is admin mobile number, Srinivas. Ernest Milton. Milton. Express edition is for Java purpose. Express edition is okay. Express edition easy to install, easy to uninstall. Express edition, enterprise edition little bit complicated. Online students, 1 minute wait. Online students, just wait. 45 messages are there. 45 messages. You have to wait. 1 minute wait. 11G Lalit. 11G Express edition, will it go on Windows 11? Possible. Arshit. Parallelly